No, we're live on Twitch.
Well, hello to the Twitchers.
To the Twitchers. Yeah, I guess that's what you call them. What's up, good people? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 176 of the SplashCast Monday Night Raw. Oh, no, there it goes. Haha. There it goes. Monday Night Raw. I am your co-host, Reggie.
I'm your co-host, Norwood, and we are Tuesday Night Raw because there's a national championship. Greetings.
Yeah, man. So we were going to podcast on Monday, but it was going to be way too difficult for us to pay attention to Monday Night, to the podcast, and actually watch the national championship. So we decided to come back today on Tuesday. So this is, I think, Monday Night Raw on a Tuesday ain't always. Well, this is just a wild entire intro. Monday Night Raw on a Tuesday. Raw is never wrong. I couldn't help myself. But, it's Monday Night Raw on a Tuesday. Well, and that is our executive producer. That is our executive producer, Kyrielle, that just walked in.
What's up?
Yep, she has learned how to open the door now.
Yeah, and I mean business. And I heard that business is booming.
Business is definitely booming, Chad.
So since we're talking about the producer, snow day tomorrow, getting out there.
Snow day was the day. We already. It's not enough. Everything hit below us. So everything hit from like McDonough down, which is south of the city, south of the city. So we didn't really have a whole lot of snow. We had flurries. Not like last time where she got to go out and make a snowman and throw snowballs and all that stuff.
Yeah, me on the other hand got a blizzard in Houston. You're right. Yes. Yeah, I mean, the city got like 4 inches of snow. Outskirts got 5.5 inches of snow in Texas, in Metro Houston. That I was not ready for. And as y'all probably know, I am the warmest weather human. So
you don't like cold
I've been
weather?
in the house. Man, not at all. I don't like cold weather, and cold weather don't like me. And that's fine. But I had spent the entire time inside. I did it differently this time. I went to the grocery store and prepared myself. And I have all types of snacks, goodies, etc.
I hear you. Well, we are going to go ahead and get started, man. I'm on snow alert, meaning y'all know what I do for work. I'm a first responder. So,
yeah, I was kind of on, I was touch and go. I text you like, so are we going to, do our thing today or?
Yeah.
So far, so good. And hey, man, y'all stay warm. Y'all stay safe. Y'all pray for us because y'all know they cut the power off here real quick.
Yeah, y'all refuse to update y'all grid, but that's another conversation for another story.
No, we refuse to join the grid with anybody else because don't mess with Texas.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. So the Dodgers, y'all know what it is. We start out with the pregame first. We do the pregame, then we go to our regular scheduled program where we do HBCU news around the culture, followed by NFL and college football, and then basketball in whatever order is more important. So right now, college football, and pro football are more important. But as soon as that's over, we'll be back to the NBA and baseball and the NFL offseason. But we'll be talking about basketball first, really after February. So with that being said, let's get started with the Dodgers sign South Sudanese pitcher Joseph Dang. He's a 17-year-old from the South Sudan, newly formed country that split from Sudan. 95 mile per hour on a fastball. He's the second African baseball player from Africa signed this year. Armstrong Nhuzi from Uganda signed with the Pirates. Um, as Norwood likes to say, you let us in.
It's a poor life decision. uh, it's only a matter of time. Like, I facetiously laugh about black quarterbacks taking off and how it actually did kind of make sense to not let them play if you wanted to protect that position. Hey, it's on the way. It's already on the way in basketball.
It's here,
and it's in full swing in basketball. This is good to see. The Dodgers specifically, man, that's a place where you can get on, and if you can make it to the show, you got a chance to be the first African baseball player to win a championship. They spend money. They're gonna do whatever it takes to be elite, and I'm happy for them. And hey, if you can throw it that fast, they'll put you on the squad.
at 17. Sure. Yeah, they'll figure out a place to put you now. So I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. I'm happy for this. I am very, very happy. South Sudan is starting to become recognized as an athletic haven, thanks to the efforts of Luau Dang and others. You got in basketball alone, I think you have Manute Bull, Luau Dang, Winyan Gabriel, Carlick Jones, and then you got the guy at Duke. I think it's Kaman, but I don't remember his whole name. But I know you got him.
Malute, yeah.
You got him.
And this is all NBA Africa. That's where all of this comes from. That's the reason they want to go over there. They're starting the league over there for a reason. When it's more and more difficult to find athletes, you got to go to, especially where they go, where there are elite athletes. If you can find a guy young enough, you can make them into whatever you want to. And Sudan and South Sudan specifically, they got them.
They're called the Giants by the Nile for a reason. So, you're right. Luau Dang, that was my point about I didn't want to rain on the parade. But now you have athletes from literally the largest continent on the earth who are now going to spread out and play more than just soccer. As the games become global, you'll see them. You already see them starting to play rugby. And when I say them, I just mean people from Africa that migrate to other countries. They play rugby, soccer. The black athlete or the African athlete for sure is definitely in basketball. But now you're starting to see them in Embiid baseball.
And Giannis. I mean,
yeah, but
those have been two of the most dominant players. They are.
But South Sudan is a different beast. South Sudan people are known as the Giants by the Nile, as told in mythical folklore throughout history, because they're all, Manubo is 7'7". So they all have players that are 7'5" to 7'7". What you do have is an economic disparity. And one way for owners to stop the ballooning contracts is to introduce more athletes that you can negotiate with at a lower pay scale. I hope that is not the case, and that they all get into not only the Players Association, but also get amongst their teammates, so that, just like we talk about in any business, everybody's paid and compensated fairly, and you're not taken advantage of.
Right. And at any point where you have something like this and you have such the disparity in the beginning, it's for sure going to be like that. The thing is what I say all the time: high tide raises ships. So number one, the athlete success will do a lot, but also just getting more athletes from a place, they'll have more bargaining power. As you have more bargaining power, you're going to be able to command more and more.
That's the goal. That is definitely the goal. So shout out to all of South Sudan. Shout out to Luau Dang. I don't know if Joseph Dang is actually related to Luau Dang, and I'm not going to assume, because I don't know enough about South Sudan, and that could be assuming that a Williams is related to another Williams.
You read my mind. I was going to say, yeah, you don't think that every Williams
or a Smith, okay.
Yep.
So shout out one to South Sudan and Luau Dang. Shout out to the Dodgers and the Major League Baseball for giving these guys a chance. Catch our latest episodes and stay updated with the world of sports by tuning in to the podcast live on Mondays or catch the re-air on Dive Team Media Network, where you can also check out other Dive Team Media content as well. Speaking of giving somebody a chance, Iowa wrestler Kennedy Blades did not. She went on to a 13-0 win. She dominated her opponent so badly. She's a wrestler, Iowa wrestler. She dominated her opponent so badly that the opponent just smiled and shook her hand and she walked off. I think she's the number one wrestler in the Big Ten, if not the country, for women's wrestling. So Kennedy Blades is a monster.
This is also Olympic silver medalist Kennedy Blades. She is killing it there at Iowa, who won I don't know exactly what they call it, but they basically have like the Women's Federation of Wrestling, which kind of goes into the next part of this story, which is they're actually starting a women's wrestling tournament. Just like there's a football tournament we just watched. There's March Madness basketball and women's and men's basketball tournaments we're watching. They're in the process of starting the same for women's wrestling, which should be very intriguing. And hopefully we get to see her suplex more people. That's what I really enjoyed. She dropped that girl. And I give her a lot of credit, the girl who lost. She lost. She was a good sport about it. Sometimes you just get whooped. You laugh about it, and then you move on. And that's what she did.
They don't have
Women
a
are so
tournament
much
now?
better at sports than us. No.
How do they decide who's the national champion?
They have like a women's wrestling. Like instead of having the women's wrestling do it, they're going to have NCAA tourney of wrestling. That simple. So instead of kind of outsourcing it to a different organization to decide who's the best, the NCAA will do it like they do basketball and football.
So they outsource. So that's what I'm asking. So they outsource it right now.
Yes, but that just recently changed. So now we could probably watch. Hey man, give me some September women's wrestling, bro. Let me watch somebody get dumped on their neck. I got plenty of time. I'll put that up right here on this iPad. And laugh at y'all get body slammed.
Get body slammed. Hey man, anything that they can get paid for. Hey, so man, if they can make sure that they get paid for
the floor.
I'm all for it. If they can make sure that they get paid for all of that, then I'm cool with it. Do your thing. I mean, cool with it anyway. But you know what I mean. I think that's it for the pregame, right?
That is it. If you are somewhere cold, stay warm. If you are in Texas, let's pray that the power stays on until it warms up. And outside of that, man, we'll see y'all here in a couple. Go ahead and put that beverage in the refrigerator so by the time we get done with HBCU, we can start a little drinking, just a little bit. We're going to have a little sip because it's cold outside.
We'll be back. Y'all stay tuned. Episode 176 of SplashCast, Monday Night Raw, on the way. Like, follow, subscribe. For collaboration, booking information, or any other inquiries, visit our website at www.thesplashcast.com. Every listen, share, and review is appreciated. Until next time.
What should they do? Like, follow, subscribe. Thank you, my friend. We in for it.